Hi, I'm Jason Bellamy, APTA's Director of Web and New Media, and I'm joined by Sean Stoper, APTA's Speaker of the House. And so the House of Delegates is coming up in June, but before we get there, we go through the motions process. And just this week, motions were posted at the APTA website. So the motions process in the House of Delegates, really important things for the association. They can lead to policies that really affect the profession and the way things move forward. For someone who doesn't know the motions process, give me a sense, first of all, sort of what a motion is, what it can be, and then the variety of motions that were posted this year.
Sure. Well, the motions are, the motions bring business to the House of Delegates, and so components or individuals even can make motions. They bring them through a process to have them arrive at the House of Delegates. Prior to their arrival and before we consider them on the floor, they're posted to the website and we start having discussions about them. So we have opportunities for members and delegates to talk about the motions and talk about any potential changes they need for the motions. The motions are things that either charge the APTA to take action or they create policy for the association, which of course directs the profession.
And so this is a perfect example. We always say APTA is a member-led association, and this is a perfect example of that. These are members making decisions to move the association forward. The motions come from members, as you said.
That's right.
So how many motions are there this year? And give me a sense of the variety of those motions.
We have 21 motions coming before the House at this point, and there are a wide variety of motions. There are some that are, we always have a couple of housekeeping motions, just things that we need to do to keep our policies current. But then in addition, we'll be continuing our discussion about the models of direction and supervision for the physical therapist and the assistive personnel that can be used. And in addition, we will be talking about consumer protection through licensure. So that motion takes all of our licensure policies that are sort of scattered throughout our policy documents, brings them together, introduces a couple of new concepts, and creates a more user-friendly policy that pulls all of that information really into one place. So those are two of the things that are happening. We're also going to have a conversation about the excellence in PT education as well as excellence in PT clinical education. Both of those are really interesting motions that are coming before the House.
Excellent. So the motions are out now, but this isn't the end of the motions. So, for example, they will change between now and by the time they reach the House floor, at least they're likely to. Give me just the short version of what's going to happen to the motions between now and when they reach the floor of the House in June.
Sure. The conversations continue. They really begin when the motions, hit the streets and people are able to see the actual language that's coming before the House. There'll be opportunity for delegates to begin conversation on the House communities on the APTA webpage, and that's a really good opportunity for people to get their questions clarified, as well as proposed changes to language that may make the motion better and improve the language for us. The motions then, once we get to the House of Delegates, we'll have motion discussion groups, so we'll have the opportunity to further discuss motions before we arrive in the House proper, where we actually start the debate. And the intent is that the questions are clarified and the language is perfected prior to getting to the House so that we can really debate the merits of the idea at that point. Right. And so the debate ensues and then we make our decisions.
Great. So the motions are posted on APTA's website. They're public. Members and non-members can see those. You can provide comments on the website. You can have conversations about them on social media, on Twitter, for example. But ultimately, if someone really wants to affect change and wants to let their thoughts be known to affect the House this year, what should they do?
What I would recommend is that they seek out the delegates that represent their components. So we have delegates that represent the chapters and the sections. So if you have interest in discussion or affecting change to motion language, you really should reach out to one of your delegates and let them know your thoughts and let them know what changes you would like to see, and then have them bring those ideas forward.
You can contact your delegate. The database is there at the APTA website. And then as far as June, the House of Delegates will be streamed live for all APTA members, so you can watch this process in action, see Sean Soper lead them through all of the motions process as members lead the association forward. Sean, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we'll catch you later.